What is your scent of the day? This is Brandon with Therapeutic Fragrance. I'm doing Turkish leather in a back-to-back interview, sporting the Easy E plaid shirt, the one he wore on the album cover. Doing a review on it's a number, B683 by Marc Antoine Barrois. I don't know if that S is pronounced or not. Don't want to mess up your name, so sorry if I did. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for the review. Thanks for checking out the channel. All right, guys, doing B683 by Marc Antoine Barrois. Again, don't know if that S is pronounced, so I'm going to say both. Let's do the bottle presentation. Top notes here are black pepper, nutmeg, saffron, chili pepper. The heart notes, violet leaf, labdanum, musk, and amber. Base notes are patchouli, ambroxan, oak moss, and sandalwood. All that sounds really, really, really good. Up my alley. All those ingredients are yummy. This is $175 for 100 ml, so we're under the $2 ml. That's a good thing. Currently 4.3 out of 5 on Fragrantica, scoring well. On the sling little slider, I would put this at a 75 for masculine, 25 for feminine. You guys know me, all scents are unisex. Patchouli is definitely the highlight in this one, which, leads me to, juice. Let's get the juice on this one. It is a darker juice. And his bottles are tall, rectangular, the Serge Luton kind of style. He has nice gold label sticker there, so samples from him. Generous, definitely over an ml in there. It's supposed to be an ml, but definitely over. I've actually worn this twice, just to make sure. The first time I had some other stuff on underneath. So that's not fair to anybody. So wore it again, second time. And that's what we'll get into the review here. I got if you've seen a lot of my reviews lately, patchouli's been a main highlight. I've been going through, I hated patchouli. And then somebody, an essential oil lady, turned me on to it, gave me some education about it, and I smelt her essential oil, and I'm like, I like that. That's great. So as soon as I got into that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna dive head in with this oil. You guys know how I do oils when I dive head in, and got a nice samples from around the world here of patchouli. I love every one of these so much. This fragrance has to offer more than what Western perfumery grew up with, and the incense sticks and the just that smell to cover up marijuana smoke. It's around that a lot as a kid. Didn't smoke it, but around people that did, and patchouli was common at the parties. Always somebody wearing it heavily. So I have a commitment to know patchouli again. Bought quite a few perfumes, and the only way I learn is with you guys doing this video thing, because it really makes me think about every layer that goes on with patchouli and these base notes that happen. And it's the best way I've been finding out to find out ingredients. Again, you see me running through this stuff so quick on my channel, that's a reason. I'm really just trying to get to know an ingredient as deep as I can. So here we are, patchouli. And here's a fragrance that it pops up on. On the top, I love this fragrance. Great smell on the top of this perfume. Instantly brought me back to my childhood again, like kerosenes did, and romanzas especially did. Somebody from my childhood wore patchouli at this level. I'm not talking the hippie one. I'm talking somebody in my life wore patchouli, because this just so many memories are popping up. And there was even a store in the mall in Salt Lake City where I grew up that their fragrance was this kind of patchouli and this perfume here. I mean, my mind just triggered so many trips to Salt Lake City. We lived in a town middle of nowhere and had to drive 2 hours to the city to do grocery shopping, to do whatever. It seems ridiculous nowadays to even think like that. Our town's very modern now, but it wasn't when I was a little kid. So those trips to Salt Lake were a lot. That's what we did, go to the city to buy stuff. Anyways, yeah, this patchouli's just triggered my childhood. I mean, same with romanza. I haven't had these memories forever. It's amazing, and no can do that. Let's get into the base. Base and heart of this turn the same for me. It turns fresh, soapy, and that's that. It turns into a Sauvage with the patchouli note. Maybe there's real patchouli in this. I'm not an expert at patchouli yet to know. I know it doesn't smell like the 15 oils I have here. I don't have a synthetic patchouli to play with. I've kind of quit. I bought a ton of synthetics to start with. Patchouli wasn't one of them. Wasn't even a note I'm familiar with, like I said again. And now that it is, I really don't want to waste my money on the synthetics. I'm staying away. So I don't know if it's synthetic or not. I can't say. I think there's a book out there that breaks down perfumes, that, puts them in the lab and breaks down the ingredients. That would be fun to get my hands on. I'd like playing with that. Just knowing what people are mixing in. To me, I would say this is synthetic patchouli, not a bad thing. But this fragrance is definitely like a Sauvage. It's got the Ambroxan. I'm starting to pick up Ambroxan like crazy as notes. And this has the Ambroxan on spades. And it was listed in the base notes too. But this goes very Sauvage-y with that patchouli twist, that mature twist on it. Not a bad thing. I'm just not really into fresh scents. They're not really my thing. House of Creed's probably my line for fresh scents, and don't want to go any lower, if you guys know what I mean when I say that. Not lower, but stronger fresh scents. Into your Sauvages, your Bleu de Chanel. Nothing against them, just not my cup of tea. Wearing the Ambroxan kind of stuff. This is a day to night fragrance, all day fragrance for the people that like freshies year round for sure. Let's scoring system here. I've rebalanced the scoring system a bit. You'll kind of see what I'm doing to again get the kinks out. I think we're getting close. We're getting close to nailing this thing down. The originality, addictiveness, and bottle presentation of this, 9 out of 15. Projection and sillage, 5 out of 5. This is a monster. You're going to smell this everywhere. Longevity is a 5 out of 5. Composition, 10 out of 25. Ingredients, 15 out of 25. A lot of those other ingredients didn't really show up for me. Very faint notes. On the top, they did. But then it like I said, turned into a patchouli and Ambroxan. And it's hard to pick up anything else past that. Sandalwood, barely there. Oak moss, if you really sniffed, you could pull up. Again, I do have a synthetic oak moss, and that's what it smelled like on that. Yeah, so 15 out of 25 for ingredients. That goes with priced ml on that. Top of this, 10 out of 10. Heart on this, 4 out of 5. And the base on this, 6 out of 10. Score of 64. Try a sample. I know freshies are one of the biggest sellers in the perfume industry. I have no doubt that people love this. Scored high for Granica. Like I said before. Anyways, yeah. Try a sample. Thanks for checking out the review, guys. It's been fun going through this patchouli journey. I know they're not the most popular fragrances to put on the channel. Skip them. If you see the patchouli note and don't like it, I have about 3 or 4 more. Again, I just want to learn, get through them. Join me on the journey, guys. Comment below. This has been real fun. Take care. Peace out. Be blessed.